No balls to ask you on live, says Lush Your Life. You know that, lad. And as I said the other day, mate, I can't. They've just brought him into the picture, but he's just a little weasel in. You know, he bullies lads off for weed and gives people weed, and then when they don't want to pay for the weed, he's bullying the kids, and they're like 16, 17, and he's always like that in Wales, North Wales, places like that. You know, the little towns where the kids aren't really on the ball properly. He just goes in and bullies people, and that's weird. But I didn't bring him up. You know, one of his little rodents have got him mentioned, because that's what he does. He'll just wants to mention. Now, I've said Sam Walker before there, and then all of a sudden people are inquiring, who is he, who is he, and they're going to look for him. And that's why they do it. That's why they come in and mention these names, because if they don't mention the names when someone's relevant, they don't be relevant anymore. Do you understand? Because they're fake as fuck, they start sliding after a few years, and they do all they can to keep themselves relevant. And you'll see them doing crazy just to keep themselves relevant. And the main thing they do is they will set accounts up and come in here as if it's not them and start mentioning their own name, so they get a response, so they get click and remain relevant. So it's like this Mazza. I've had nothing but kids mentioning Mazza. Why? Because he's just like any other kid from prison who's created a viral bit of music. It'll be very relevant for a few months and then you disappear. Now, for him to stay relevant, he's got to get his little creatures to pop in and clickbait. And that's what you're witnessing, or a lot of the time in my lives, is a lot of little weird people that are on the downward spiral, clickbaiting to keep themselves relevant. And that's, you know, it comes with the trade, comes with parcel. The best thing I can do is shut my mouth about them, which you do. But obviously you've just seen me do a live with two girls from down there somewhere, and the same trolls, because they're blocked on here, because they can't comment on here, they jump over onto the people I'm doing a live with and then get them to ask the questions and ask names and mention the names. Do you understand? It's all clickbait. There's only one popular person here. That's why they're all coming in here and trying to clickbait on the back of me. And they've done that from the get-go, you know. The energy I possess is pure, potent and real. The energy they possess is just fucking fake. They're not being themselves, they're projecting a fake identity. I'm not, never have. That's why you'll always see the quality in me. With them, everything they're doing is fake. It's not them, it's not their character, it's not how they are. They're portraying something completely different, including that Mazza. Do you understand what I'm saying? Most drill artists out there are chatting major, bar major, and they haven't done for none of it. It's not just Mazza. There's loads of people making pure money off lying. And you're not meant to tell lies, are you? Anyway, keep it real. What you reckon on the stabbing in Egbert? It's naughty, mate. You got them two 16-year-olds arrested for it. The kid's in a bad way as well, isn't he? The young kid's in a bad way. And it's not going to stop, is it? Why? Because where's all the anti-knife messages in Liverpool? I don't hear them across social media. I don't even see them. It's like the older five-a-side football match and think they've done enough for the year and then just go quiet till another murder kicks in and then they pop up again. I'm continuously screaming day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. These other initiatives in town or wherever the only pop up when a kid's being killed. Or they'll do a thing like a community like little thing and get a football match going. You'll go and watch the football match and most of them inside are drug dealers. Do you understand what I'm saying? So here we are trying to raise awareness about knife crime when in reality it's not knife crime, it's gang crime. And when you're doing these big events to raise awareness for gang crime, knife crime, gun crime, drug deal and all that, the people participating in it are the ones that fueled it for the last 20 years. It doesn't make sense to me. I can't mix with them. It doesn't matter how official they are. It doesn't matter what football club they're attached to. It doesn't matter what iconic sport individuals that front it with them. The end of the day, the core of that initiative is full of crime. The money, the posters, the advertisement, crime. Do you understand what I'm saying? And they don't like to admit it. And when I start raising it, oh, he's just hating, oh, he's envious, oh, he's jealous. No, I'm not jealous, mate. Jealous of what? Jealous of what? You don't do call for the city, mate. You don't protect kids. You don't even give them assemblies where they can listen to someone who's articulate and powerful of speaking. You're going into assemblies, speaking to kids and then mentioning Darren G and choose a life, not a knife. I'm not even near yous. You know, you got your own knife initiative. When you're going into these schools, you've got pupils asking, choose a life, not a knife. You, Darren G. Do you understand what I'm saying? And because they've got that in Liverpool, they turn to that in Liverpool. Do you understand what I mean? So just say we've got a knife initiative. It's not doing nothing. Raises awareness when there's a kid killed. Nothing else, right? But that's monopolised in the city. So you'll have the council backing it, you'll have the police backing it, you'll have all these authorities backing it. So the only knife initiative that's getting into any school in Liverpool is this one. And the people that represent this one can't even speak properly. They can't hold an audience. They can't stand on a stage and conduct a proceeding where you've got them captivated. Do you understand what I'm saying? I know the kids will be intent listening when I'm on that stage. I know that. I will catch their attention 100%. Them gaffs, they're not doing all, they're not even listening, they just want to get out the assembly. Why? Because you've got two outs that they can't relate to and has never lived that in life to help them relate. So it is what it is, la. But I do my thing, they do their thing. Although the impact it's having upon the community as a whole is, it does have an impact. And every little helps in this situation, doesn't it, people? Every little helps in this situation. But I tell you what, la, if I would have got the backing 5-6 years ago, like they was going to, before the stalker made them allegations and ruined the message. If I would have had that backing, if I would have had that group of people behind me pushing this message, I'm telling you now, I would have changed hundreds of lives in that city. The fact that you were envious and jealous of my knife initiative, you couldn't even mention it. You won't even mention choose a life, not a knife, use other initiatives, would you? Because you're that scared of it. You know how powerful it is. It's powerfuler than your message, and you just get 20 grand from that every year to promote it. You know what you're doing. Your knife initiative isn't being done properly. You aren't pushing it out properly. You're meant to be putting it into the minds of kids so they don't stab each other. Since you've been up and running, we've had kids stabbed to death in the city centre of Liverpool. What do you do? Put a few posts up. Every knife initiative in the city of Liverpool right now is, and it's money going down the drain. It's not helping no kids. Yet you might hold an event for the community every blue moon, but it's not doing what it should be doing to the minds of the youth. You're not making them think twice. Every message in the city of Liverpool now, that's charity, that's got its number, that's backed by the police, that's backed by the council. Everyone is, it's not doing nothing. It's not impacting on the youth at all. What it's doing, it's getting the kids from the working class families and going, come and have a game. Come down here. You're not getting that kid whose ma's a smackhead, that kid whose dad's in prison, you're not getting none of them. And they're the risk. You're targeting kids who's got a mum and dad in the home and got a PS5 in the bedroom. You're not even considering the kids that are most at risk. And that's why you're targeting a certain class of people. You're not going for the problem. And the problem is them kids whose ma's are on smack and crack, whose dad's in jail, whose dad's being shot, there's no father in the house. That's who you should be addressing, because they're the ones that are going to go down that path. These kids who's got the ma and da around them, yeah, they're going to go down that path. Blame the ma and da. It always lands with the, you know, when you've got a kid carrying a knife that's never been in a care home, never been in a prison, never been in a police station, never been anywhere to do with the justice system. If you've got a kid in your house carrying a blade, it's your fault. It's mum's and dad's fault. Why? Because you've got a decent kid. He hasn't been in an environment of pure trauma and violence. He hasn't had to pick a weapon up to defend himself as a child. Because that's the main thing with my type of people. We don't pick weapon up to be evil. We pick weapon up to defend ourselves. We're on the streets. There's a lot of big thin lads that intimidate us when they feel like it. The police, the social services, the authorities, me man, they don't give a f about me. And there's loads of kids with that mentality. I'm carrying a knife because them big kids keep on bullying me. And that's what you're getting. And there's loads of kids like me. Parents, no guidance, ending up in the system, ending up in the YOYs, ending up into the cons before we get a f***ing brain and realise it's too late. Life's... So you keep on pumping your money into the messages in the city of Liverpool. You aren't making a difference. The people that speak at the message events, the people that are up there in charge of the vocals, they haven't got a clue what they're speaking about. They've never been rough. They've never been battered by the man and dad. They've never been tied to the bed. They've always been fed. They've always been clothed. They've always had a roof over their head. How do you expect kids like me to relate heads like that? You can't. And that's why there's no difference. That's why you're not seeing a difference on the back of these messages in the city of Liverpool. Not one. There is not one message in the city of Liverpool that is being taken seriously enough by the people that run them. Not one.